Ecclesiastes 4:12 says, one man standing alone can be attacked and defeated. Two can stand back to back and put up resistance. Three are even better, for a threefold cord is not quickly broken. You know, my ministry to men around the country, over 3 decades and 2 established churches and 1 church plant, and now traveling the country for the last 5 years to 42 states and 7 foreign countries. The most significant spiritual growth takes place in a man's life with those guys who've discovered not just a band of brothers in a small group environment, but they also discover some Foxhole friends. This handout is given out to guys who come to our seminars around the country entitled Who's in Your Foxhole? And pictured here are a couple of former coaches that we had a chance to invest time with on the high school campus. John Zeller is one of those Foxhole friends. I found over the years, Coach Brooks, Coach Zeller, and my Bible college roommate, James Sanders, those guys have invested in my life very, very uniquely. They're the kind of friend you can call at 2 o'clock in the morning. But you know, most guys, they tend to play it close to the vest. They follow that John Wayne mentality. But no man should be an island and no man should stand alone. And Ecclesiastes 4 reminds us of the importance of that threefold cord not being easily broken. When John goes through a challenging period of his life dealing with cancer, that's what Foxhole friends are for. We have a chance to see a difficult situation coming about as our life turns into a different direction. That's what a Foxhole friend invests with us. Times of prayer. We mentioned in this particular seminar the importance of having encouragement, brotherhood, and transparency. Anytime I'm around one of my 3 Foxhole friends, hey, 1 Thessalonians 5:11 is lived out. Encourage one another and build each other up. And then there's that authenticity where everything is on the table. There are no hidden secrets. We have a chance to share openly. And it's important, just like when Coach Zeller weighs into my life, then a Coach Brooks or James Sanders, he even brings an additional perspective which makes it beneficial more than just a one-on-one gathering. So yes, 2 are better than 1, but a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Coach Z, what would you share about the importance of Foxhole friends? What you've evidenced in your life? You've traveled and ministered to tons of guys, and the crucial aspect of having somebody in your foxhole.
No question. I really believe you said it well, Jeff. God didn't create us to ride solo. Adam had Eve, Moses had Joshua. I mean, it goes on because God knew that we need a friend that sticketh closer than a brother, and that friend starts with a relationship with Jesus Christ. But practically, with guys like you, been to me, you know, I can say this: Jeff's been such an encouragement. Coach Brooks, we were so tight back in those days, such a mentor, and you got to have that. I'm 65 years old, but I'll tell you, I got my wife, I got my kids, I got grandchildren. You talk about that kind of life, you're going to have disappointments, you're going to have problems, and who do you go to? You can't walk it alone. Many men try, and that's what I believe leads to you know, other problems and issues where they're trying to hook on to something. You got to have a man, and a man of God, and who you're going to run to. And so to have a Coach Keziah, have a Coach Brooks, those kind of men in my life, you just cannot make it without them. You've got to have them, and I encourage all men to make sure you have that Paul, Timothy, and Barnabas in your life.
One of the churches we had a chance to share this concept with adopted this philosophy. In fact, they have t-shirts for their guys. Steel Creek Community Church, on the back of the church it says Men of Steel, talking about the local church they're identified with, but on the front of the shirt it says, Who's in your foxhole? And we ask that question of men all across America. And sometimes we'll shoot a video clip to remind guys of the significant value of having a foxhole friend. And I'll close sometimes by saying, Who's in your foxhole? One day he got such a clip and he responded back to me in a text message. I'll always remember it. He says, You are. And I knew that, but just to be reminded of the significance of investing in somebody else's life. Yes, our wife has a special place in her role as the ultimate companion in life for each of us, but to have some guys you've got chemistry with, you've got affinity with, and you can express transparency. When those 3 things line up, it's just not putting 3 guys into a room. All 3 of my foxhole friends are former coaches, and so that's the grid that we're all coming from. We can identify with that. So who are some hiking buddies? Who's some guys you play golf with? Let it go beyond those particular sports and have a chance to not just to discover life in a small group, but to do life together with a threefold cord. Who's in your foxhole?